Hey everyone, hi, how are you doing? I hope everything is working fine in terms of sound, picture. Hello everyone, as you might know, I'm Surji. I'm usually creating all the videos on our YouTube channel and conducting all the live streams here on YouTube. I'm really happy to see you here today. Let me know from which places you're connecting because next time it will help me to plan all the future lives for your time zone and understanding from which places people are actually listening to us. So I'm really glad to see you here today. Today we're gonna talk about two GPTs for self-studies. I might go a little bit off self-study topics solely. I will show you different user cases, different prompts. I really hope it's going to be useful for you. I really hope it's going to be also easy for you because, as I keep saying, all our tools are super user friendly and we are making our best to make your experience as smooth as possible, as seamless as possible. So I really hope everyone who wanted to connect to the start of that is already here so we can share the screen and actually dive right to the tools that we're gonna talk about today. So the first one, as we promised, that's gonna be A&B Web Search. So basically, that is first of all very important to mention that is GPT. That is not a plugin anymore. To access it, I just sharing the link in the chat so you can access the GPT that we are currently talking about. So the first one, A&B Web Search, basically it's like a bridge between OpenAI technology and Google search. As you know, OpenAI might not have all the updated information and not have access to the live articles and live information online. At the same time, Google search does not have all the OpenAI tools. So that is kind of a bridge between those two. And I'm going to show you a few ways how to use that for self-study and beyond. Also, since that is a pretty versatile tool, what I also usually recommend with tools like that, please always ask for the features. So in this chat, you have a new chat. You can just prompt what are the features of A&B Web Search. You will see the whole list. It will be much easier for you to navigate the tool to understand how it can be actually useful for particularly your needs on everyday basis. So the first one, what I usually like to use it for in terms of self-study, we a lot of times we start to dive into a new topic and we're really lost, we're overwhelmed with a amount of structures, chapters, topics, subtopics. We don't know where to start. So basically, what this A&B Web Search is really good at is to prompt, I want to learn something about particular topic or matter. In our case, it's OpenAI. Provide me with 5 articles to get started. Let's make it new a little bit more precise as a newbie. So just with this particular prompt in one line, we already can start researching how to use, oops, it happens sometimes. Oh no, access blocked. Let me double check. Sorry, I will double check if everything is working. I will stop sharing just for a second. So if I need to input my information, you don't see that. That is really weird because I was testing that earlier today and everything was working smoothly. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, it looks like this particular one is having some technical issues at the moment, which is such a pity because I was really excited to show you. Okay, let's move to another one and we will come back to this one and check if everything is working. So, oops. I'm really sorry for the technical issues. We will come back to that in a few minutes and see if it's working. Another GPT that I was gonna talk about today is A&B Summarize. It's really great tool, especially for self-learning. It helps you to dive into some pieces of information just in minutes, and you don't need to spend hours and hours of time to, for example, read an article or look into a YouTube lecture or listen to a podcast, and we're going to cover that just in a bit. So that is a great tool to dive into some pieces of information without going through the whole piece. So the first one is, share this tab instead. I just looked up for something really complicated that I have no idea what it is about. So basically, quantum physics, string theory, and black holes. That is a great lecture. I'm sure I would be really glad if I could understand everything. You can see a little bit of what to expect here. However, that is a 1 hour long lecture. So what we can do, we can just copy the link to that lecture, go back to our tool, paste it, and ask what is the summary of the video. And just like that, we confirm it because yes, we unfortunately cannot change that. As you can see, it just takes a few moments. We ask for a summary of that complicated video, just which I just showed, and our prompt literally entailed the YouTube video link and then the summary of that. And just like that, we already can see the summary of the video. You didn't need to go through the whole hour of the lecture. As you can see here, you can see the summary, which is super concise, super structured. And what I also like to do with stuff like that is, for example, top 3 learnings from the video. And just in a few seconds, we already have a very neatly structured 3 points list of stuff as main key learnings, main takeaways from the video above. And again, that is a super complicated video. It's a 1 hour long lecture on advanced physics. And as you can see, it had no problem extracting the information, putting it together, um, and having a neatly organized list out of that. If you have any desire to dive a little bit deeper into a particular topic, for example, in this case, mysterious and skepticism in science, we can just copy paste it, and through a slash, we just ask to elaborate on that. And here we go. We can dig deeper into one particular topic that we extracted from the previous one, previous prompt that we were talking about. And as you can see, I really like the structure of that. It's very easy to follow. Oops. And yeah, I think for this one in particular, it's pretty easy to understand how it's working. I really love to do that with different videos. Also, let's see if it's gonna work in our case for Spotify podcast. A little spoiler, it's gonna work because I really love using that for this also. So I copied the link to the Spotify episode in particular. It's very important to copy that not to the podcast in general, but the particular episode you want to work with. We're going to start a new chat just to make sure that pieces of information don't clash. And what we can do here again, let's say top 5 takeaways of the podcast episode. And again, I love podcasts. They're amazing sources of information. However, most of them are like 1 hour long or something. And unfortunately, we do not have enough time to go through every single one of them because we need to keep up with our hobbies, work, general matters, and sometimes it's just literally impossible. So this tool is a great thing, a great solution to have that like little loophole where you can actually keep up with all the information but don't spend that much time on everyday basis. Okay. Oops. And here, as you can see, again, very neatly organized does this, oops, sorry, let me double check to your plugin video summary. Yes, it does work pretty similar. The next case, I will show you that A&B Summarize is a little bit wider spectrum of features. So for example, it does work pretty similar to video summary. However, in this case, you can be a little bit more flexible with what you want to extract. Maybe you want to have some, let's say, structure for a presentation or structure for a future essay. Or also it works with more formats. In this case, as you can see, Spotify podcast episode. Again, it worked perfectly, very neatly structured, organized pieces of information, how you can use that. And for example, as I was showing previously for the video, again, you can copy like on-demand business model. Difference between video summary and this A&B Summarize tool. The next to show you in this case, we have a PDF for this one in particular. Is about abstract expressionism. As you can see, they're not. It's not a huge PDF, but still there are like around 15 like 15 splits or 30 pages. We can just copy the link to this particular PDF to our A&B Summarize, start a new chat. We can paste it here and ask, oops, let's say, mhm, five main, five key learnings from the file. So basically, David, what I was trying to say that A&B Summarize is a bit wider. Some people do prefer working with video summary. For example, if they're working with YouTube in particular, or also we have another tool, both GPT and plugin that is called CEO Copilot or CEO YouTube Video. There you can work precisely with YouTube videos, look for keywords to optimize your search engine, to optimize your search engine. And in this case, it's more for research and educational purposes for A&B Summarize. So here, as you can see again, that the main purpose of mine with these three examples was to show you how versatile this tool can get, because we started with a YouTube video, then we moved on to a Spotify podcast, and after that we were having just a PDF file with a bunch of text and information about abstract expressionism in our case. And here you can see again the same structure, very neatly organized. It's super easy to follow and to scan the information, as it was with the previous ones. Again, if you're interested in, let's say, innovative techniques and approaches, you can prompt elaborate, please, on this particular um, point, so you can get out a little bit more information about that. Also, it also works with websites, for example, articles or Wikipedia articles or Reddit threads, and so on and so on. So if you need to look for more official piece of information, in this case, YouTube lectures or PDFs. Also, it could be something useful for, let's say, marketing people or someone who is researching about the society. You can actually go to the Quora or Reddit threads and double check what people are saying there, what people are expressing there, and you can take out the keywords or key points from that part, and it will make your consumer research much easier. So let's try to get back to the first uh, GPT that we were trying to use. Let me start new chat A&B Web Search. I was really excited to show it to you. Let's say we want to go with the same prompt, and then let's see if it's gonna work. Continue with Google. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not working. Oh, I'm so sad. I will give you a little like preview. I will make sure that I will repeat this information in my future webinars. But basically, what I really wanted to show you, I will explain quickly. In this case, what you can get out of that is it will provide you with a list of links and structure on how to approach the topic. So, for example, I was really excited to learn, let's say, about the philosophy, but there are so many branches, there are so many historical periods. It's really hard to organize that in one big helicopter view picture. And after that, starting diving into a particular topic. So this A&B Web Search is really great on knowing, on structuring what you need to learn, where you need to start, how to approach the topic. That is why um, prompting something like, I want to learn about this particular matter, give me 5 or 6 articles to start with, or provide me with agenda how to learn this particular topic day by day. I think that is a great tool because a lot of people have this overwhelming feeling on how to start, where to start, how to approach that. So in this case, I think this tool solves it perfectly. Let me actually double check. Maybe I can do it with plugin and be web search. Maybe it will be our loophole. Let's double check. And in this case, we prompting, yes, basically, okay, I can show it to you. For some reason it's not working properly, because you can see it's updated in April 2024 2023. However, I will let my team know right away that there is something going on with GPT, but I just wanted to demonstrate to you how it would work. And if you're using GPT, be assured that you will have the updated information, and you will not get any outdated pieces of data. So in this case, you see you are actually getting the articles and little descriptors to them, and also information on how to get started, because it did mention that OpenAI is an exciting journey. So it gives you the points how to get started in your case. Oops. Plugins. Let's start a new one. And for example, also that is a great tool to ask the most random questions. So for example, sometimes you cannot fall asleep in the middle of the night because you need to know an answer to a particular question. In my case, for example, what is the property market crisis in Berlin about? We just prompt that, and again, the OpenAI technology plus Google search, in our case, thanks to A&B Web Search plugin and GPT, we can see very easily the information, which is super easy to digest, to go through, and you can actually try to understand what is the core of the issue, in our case, Berlin property market. Because if you are researching that manually, you need to go through a few articles, you need to analyze the information, then you need to draw the conclusions, then to double check with other sources. In this case, it makes it a little bit simpler, so it's easier for you to dive into the topic. Of course, after that, you need to go through some additional literature. However, I think that is a great tool to get that process started, so you're not scared of so-called white blank paper. Another thing that we can use it for is for language learners. In this case, we have a Vox Spain article, obviously in Spanish. And here you can see we don't really understand what is going on, but we really need to go through this information, read it in Spanish, and then help us somehow to translate it. So what we can do, we can copy the link to our start a new chat with the plugin, copy the link and ask for a short summary, for example, of the article. I know that is a popular task, for example, I can't browse the internet or access specific web pages. That is really weird because it's actually what it is used to. I will double check with our technical department, but let me reassure it, once we fix this bug, you are able to copy the links to the articles and also then ask for either short summary or takeaways or particular translations, and so on and so on. And also We are in the process of finishing up our new tool, which is Aaron Translator. I will be releasing a video on our channel about that. I'm really excited because our tools are widely used for translating, for getting information from one language to another. So I really hope that tool will be useful for you. So double check our channel within the upcoming days, and you will see a new tutorial on our new tool. So, and the last user case that I wanted to show with A&B Web Search, I really hope this one works. So, for example, it's not about self-study that much, but it is like a separate branch also for digging more information about a particular topic. So let's imagine that you're having issues with your landlord, and we can prompt the particular issue that you're having. So my landlord hasn't fixed the heating in 3 weeks. Is it a violation of my rights? Disclaimer, of course, it cannot substitute a proper legal consultation for you. However, that is a great tool for researching beforehand you are contacting a specialist. So you can research a little bit on your own. You can see what are the steps for you to analyze the situation. And once you're aware of all the aspects of that, you can actually contact a lawyer or a counselor to make sure that the process that your particular case is handled properly. However, I know that the whole process is super stressful, especially with landlords nowadays in big cities. That is extremely hard to get what you need and what you deserve based on the contract. So here, that is a great tool to start your legal research. In this case, with landlord on the landlord matters. So in this case, you can see it gave us safety concerns, seek advice, blah, blah, blah. If we are interested in particular topic again, like is it, you can try to copy the clauses of the contract to our other tools like PDF and A&B Summarize. Again, you can upload the file of the contract, then ask based on my contract, is that a violation? But again, a big disclaimer that cannot substitute a proper legal consultation with a professional. That is just a tool for you to get started, to get to know a little bit more information, how to deal with your particular case. I'm really sorry for some technical issues today. However, I really hope that those cases were super easy for you. I will make sure that I'm contacting the technical team right away, and we are trying to fix it as soon as possible so you can actually use the tools as they were intended. I really hope to see you for our last stream next. I think in the 2 days, we're going to talk about the creative use of GPTs for creative people, for people who are working in creative industries. But I'm sure there's going to be something for everyone because we all now using different tools to create content, to work with copywriting and design, and so on and so on. I really appreciate your patience with some technical issues today. One more time, thank you so much for that. Have great holidays, upcoming Christmas. I really hope you're having a great time. And let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to comment any video on our channel or contact our support team. They're always there to help you. And thank you guys for being here with me. Have a great day and see you later, guys. Thank you. Bye bye.